Hi, welcome to the demo of PSA opportunity summary where we have to show one visual force page which is an inline visual force page opportunity based on the billing type, time and material, or it's a fixed bid. We have already given one package which consists of some fields and one trigger and one class and one visual force page. We have to add this new field billing type in opportunity and another in new field in opportunity product light item which is included in summary. After installing this package, you have to make sure like it all the fields have profile level permissions because we are doing an AND deployment. It is no package is available, so that profile is not included in the package, so you have to give the profile permissions manually to all the newly created field. I have given an explicit instruction on the deployment material. Means you have to that means you should not miss the page, otherwise those fields will not be visible on the page layout. Now if I go to any one of the opportunity where you can see it's a time and material, and these are is resource request as per the community and forum discussion. If any role have multiple cost rate, the billing rate, so it should be come in two different row. You can see it is coming in two different rows, and there was also an instruction like showing two zeros, and with all the numerics are in comma separated. You can see it is coming like that, and as well as I have added the currency in front instead of the end, which is an actual one, and because the standard currency field opportunity and any other currency field in standardforce.com platform, it's come in beginning, not at end. So keep the similarity, it is created, and these all our fields are coming from opportunity directly, and this is the time and materials. So now I will change this any one of the currency to uh, something else. So I'm making any one of them to euro, and we have taken a confirmation to check this currency field rather than the currency ISO code, because this is the main determining what currency to be used. So now if I come here to this opportunity and refresh it, you will see this euro is coming, and that is why all things are blank except this planned hours. So this is the expected behavior and this working principle. And if we go to fixed price one, you can see this is coming from opportunity line item where this field is included it summary in true. So this is also field, and this are matching. So now again I will change this, and again you can see this consultant have two different rate, that's why they are coming in two different rows. Now again I will update this opportunity. So all this cost rate and this estimated cost is blanked out because it can't be done because of different currencies. So now I'm coming to the code walkthrough. So this is uh, this class was given. I did some modification on this class. These all are existing variables. I have added these two variables so that I can do the formatting for that comma separated one while showing this. These two variable I have added based on this, like what is the selected currency and eSIM currency. That means all currencies are on that request resource are the same. then it will be it will be true, otherwise it will be false, and based on that I am hiding those values on the page. So this string is the billing type, it will hold the which kind of billing, and that based on this I am rendering the columns on that page. And this variable is holding the line items, and this is estimated revenue, and this is string estimated revenue to do the formatting. In forum it is confirmed that I will be using that total price for this line item. So here I am getting that ID, and again I am querying these fields which is coming from opportunity where project ID, and then again I am querying that line item where this line item is true. So and then I am adding up all line items values to show in the below as a low header, you can say the footer element. And this is I am converting this thing to a string so that I can do some formatting. So these are all initialization of variables, and then I am calling the calculation. So here I am selecting the request hours based on that opportunity value, and if it is not null, then I am setting that billing type, and I am using some maps. This role 2 hours means it will be used to hold the roles. Earlier it was just role. Now I have changed that key value to role plus your billing rate, so that if you have a different billing rate, you have a different entry in the map, and that will be the key value throughout for all maps. Like it will be your rate plus your billing rate, your role plus billing rate, sorry. So this is estimated revenue, this will hold the role plus revenue thing, this is the cost, and this is the role currency map. So the role currency map is getting used to populate the currency value on the row. So here I am iterating through this list and checking that these two currencies are same or not, and if it is not same I am false, and I'm doing it like say take currency equal to blank, and then I am exiting this loop because I found one mismatch and there is no point to continuing this loop. Else I am setting that selected currency to like whatever the value is, USD or EUR, which will be shown on the UI dynamically. So now if it is a fixed bid and if the billing rate is null, then I am setting it to 0. If the cost number is null, is setting to 0, and if the hours is null, is setting it to 0 to avoid any null pointer exception for that bad data setup. So I am getting the bill rate from here, the string bill rate, because this will be used as a key with request resource role. Earlier only this one is the key value. Now I have added that bill rate also with separating hash, which will be added as a null. If it is null, that means no record is been present with this combination of bill rate and role. So there will be a new entry here, and if it is not, then I am fetching that record from that map and recalculation and again putting it back to the map. See, if you see the total hours, I am getting it, and then I am adding it to with that current value, and then again I am putting back with the same key map, so that it is getting updated, and the map I will getting all the sum up values. So once all sum up is done, I am calculating the whole timings for the all roles, so it will be done here, and then I am creating a wrapper element, and here I am sending that currency map to show this one. Like you can see it is coming like USD or EUR. This is coming due to this value. So here I am calculating the total estimated cost and the total hours and everything, and after calculation this I am setting the scale to up to 2 digit, and if nothing is available I am showing one message, plan unavailable, my change is not completed yet. I am planning to move all these text to custom label, so when with my submission you won't see any hard coded string on pages or classes. So this will be the wrapper, which is this is holding the roll value. This is the roll bill rate, which is a string concurrented with the roll, then hash, then bill rate. This will holding the hourly rate, this is holding the cost rate, and this will be holding the total hours per roll, and this is the cost per roll, and this is revenue per roll, and this is the currency code. So here I am separating it, splitting that roll billing and assign it to roll, and these all are existing functionality and existing code, so I am not doing anything. And this is the currency code is that currency ISO code I am setting on the selected currency, so that you can view these values dynamically rather than hard coding. So this is all about the change. Now if I go to the page, it's all same, is nothing change. If you can see, if you see the formatting, this is what I did. I created an output panel, and it is getting rendered only when the currency is same, otherwise the footer values will be blank. So in this output text, I am formatting it and with 0 and these things, and then I am passing one param with whatever the value is coming from the controller. So that's how it is getting the comma separated values like this and like this. So you can see it's comma separated, and you should see 2 zeros everywhere. So it is basically coming, 2 zeros is basically coming from this formatting, and these are for putting the commas after things. So I have created 2 page blocks. You can see one is for time and material, another one is for fixed price. So if I go to the time and material, it's all are same. This is the first column with a plan of plan footers and revenue, and all are same except like for except like for that fixed price, where I have another table where I am fetching values for opportunity line items, where I am calculating the estimated line revenue, line item quantity, and total price, which is the estimated revenue for as per that forum discussion. And again I am doing the formatting. So this is all, and we have also a trigger, which is I am not touched yet because it is like working fine, and there is no changes required in that class. This is the test class I have written. I am creating an account, I am creating one region, then I am creating an opportunity with the same region, and then I am creating permission control, which is a very important part, so that you can create some request resource. So I'll show you how permission control works. So we have a tab called permission controls. Okay, so here you can see with my name one control I have created. So if you open it, you can see I have a control on global region. This start date and end date is mandatory, because if you don't put anything, you don't have any permission. And you can see the request entry is clicked. That means I am allowed to create request resource entry for global region. So if you don't have any entry, then you are not allowed to create anything. That's why in this class I am creating permission class, and then I am creating some resource request, and then I am invoking the standard controller. So if you see it's 100, 100 and 100, the total hours should be 300. So I am doing the assertion, and this is very small class, and I have a coverage of more than 90%, including the trigger and this test class, this opportunity dot cost and plan of CLS. So it is fine. So if I go to developer console, if I go to test, so I'll run the test class. It will take some time. It will, when it will finish, you can see it's more than 90%. It is taking time, so I'm not elongating this video anymore. So you can test when I'll give this when I submit this code. You can easily check what is the coverage on these classes. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.